Hey everyone, welcome back. So, today I'm going to talk about the world becoming a mirror of who you are on the inside. It's a bit of a difficult concept for people who've never experienced it, but that's what we're going to cover. And if you haven't done it, please hit that like and subscribe button down below and that little bell notification icon. Help us continue to grow and spread out. And here we go. All right. So, if you have gotten to a certain point in your daily life and your spiritual practices, you may have noticed that the reality that you experience around you seems to be connected to how you feel on the inside. The more panic, the more drama you have going on inside of you, the more chaos inside of you. It seems like the rest of the world seems to follow that. Like, the worse you are on the inside, then it seems like the worse you are, or the worse that reality is around you. I mean, it could be everything from, you're feeling panicked or worried, or like your mind is just going crazy on the inside, and next thing you know, you're late to work. You forget something important. You get a flat tire on the way to work, or somebody calls you and starts laying out all their problems and all the bad things that's going on in your life, and you might feel like you have to get involved and help them. And it's a very strange thing, when you get to a certain point where you realize that this reality that you live in is directly tied to how you are on the inside. Then you really need to make an effort to control your thoughts and what you feel. I see a lot of spiritual teachers online, whether or not they're non-dual or Zen or whatever. This is a topic not a lot of them talk about, but I see a lot more people in day-to-day life who have come to these realizations, especially where I live. The town I live seems to draw a lot of people. Some of them are directly on the path or living their life, and some are doing their own thing. But the consensus is that what you think, how you feel, directly affects your reality. If you have never directly experienced this, then what you can do is you can work on becoming calm. You can work on, finding that inner peace that you have inside of you. And I would say go a step further and get to a point where, you can be happy and find the joy in everything, and then watch it affect the reality around you. The more calm you are in life, the more life is calm around you. Now, I have a theory, and it's just a theory, but whenever you become this tranquil person, for the most part, you affect the reality around you much the same way as everybody else. But if what the old teachings say are true, then positivity or light is much stronger than negativity, right? So the more people in this world that are calm and peaceful and throwing off good energy, the more stable that we can make this reality. Now, this is just a theory, right? But I'd kind of like to see what would happen if more people were awake and more people were, living in a positive environment, right? But I noticed it affects my reality tremendously. I can't really remember the last time I seemed to live in a state of chaos where bad things just happened randomly, or what I thought was randomly. So I know it's possible for other people to get here. It's but man, there's so much work that has to be done to get to there, and it all starts with the basics. Everything is always about the basics, you know. Get to understand that you are not your mind. Your inner voice is not you, and it is not your friend. And you don't need to listen to it. You don't need to get involved in it, in its dramas and other little fanciful stories that it drags you into. And you need to understand that that inner voice has a direct connection to your body. So if you think about something and it makes you angry or upset, there's that connection. So that's one of the primary reasons why you really need to do the ego work, to separate yourself from your mind. Now, as you proceed in life and things get calmer, you'll notice that life will also get calmer around you. One of the deeper realizations that happens is you realize that you're a part of this system, this reality that we live in, and that it is paying attention. It is interacting with you, and you can interact with it. And if you trust it, and that's a really hard thing to do, trust that this unseen force that's working with you and around you has your best intentions at heart, you will notice your life just shift. You stop worrying about things. Of course, a lot of the stopping of worrying comes from realizing, like really, really deep realizations of what you are and what this reality is. Now, there are no clear descriptions of this reality. There can't be, because it's so massive in in what it actually is, that any description that you have would simply be your view of it, right? And honestly, the best case scenario I ever came up with for a description of what all of this reality is some sort of organic virtual reality. And that's just words. Like, it's so much more than that. But get to a point where you are good and watch your reality shift. That's the only thing I can tell you. If you don't know where to start, you're more than welcome to contact me, or you can go to the Chopwood Carry Water Facebook group and learn the basics of spiritual practices. And these spiritual practices are not limited to one sect or dogmatic approach. These are the universal practices you'll find in yoga or Buddhism or Zen, Taoism. You even find them in some of the native cultures. So learn how to navigate this life and watch life change around you. One of the reasons why I bring up this topic today is because you see all of the chaos that's going on in the world, with Ukraine, Russia, other things. And what a lot of people don't understand is that worrying about it is literally manifesting, right? Whenever you think about something and then you add emotional power to it, you are creating a stronger connection to that. You are creating a drive for it. So me personally, what I'm doing is I am imagining peace, calm, harmony. I'm imagining that there comes a peaceful solution to what's going on around the world. And then I just try and go to that nice, Zen state, or that nice peaceful state of existence, and just be happy. I also don't watch the news. I don't live in fear. Every piece of information I need is brought to me whenever I need it. I don't really have to chase things anymore. So if my theory is correct, and what you experience inside of you directly controls or affects the reality that you live in, then that's just one more reason for you not to be worried about everything. You need to go into a very calm place. All right. So, thanks for watching. I should have another video up soon. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.